Well, hey YouTube, I have an idea for a video for you guys. This is more intended towards the new shooter or maybe somebody getting back into the sport. If you haven't been around it for a long time, you'd be surprised by how much development there has been in air guns. It got me thinking, what is the best caliber for plinking? Because that's what a majority of the people end up doing. They like shooting at objects. So what I have here are looks like I got 7 12-ounce pop cans. They're full of water. They're only at 10 yards away because people, I was kind of thinking about it, probably the standard backyard in most places in the USA is probably 10 yards is pretty common distance where you're going to get a area you can shoot. So I have my idea. Well, actually, I know what caliber I like best for plinking, but I thought it'd be neat to compare them and see what they do, because with plinking, the joy that I get is actually hitting the target. And larger calibers and different style guns, you tend to hit the target less commonly than you would do with the smaller ones like this .177. We're just talking about plinking. I'm not talking about hunting. I'm not talking about anything. I'm just talking about general shooting. So let's see. I got the camera set on slow motion. Let's see what they actually do to cans. So this is a 500 feet per second gun in .177. It's actually a target gun, and I'm not expecting a whole lot out of it at this range, because then you get into your velocity plays a big factor in all of this. So, little hole, not a whole lot of excitement there, but this is very accurate. You can make that little hole wherever you want. So then we jump up. Well, let me show you something here. Before we jump up in caliber, we'll jump up in velocity. So that was .177. Now let's take this Daisy Powerline 1101S, which is my most powerful Springer .177, and I'll put what this thing is putting out for energy. I'm just using Daisy flat nose pellets, and I bought these in town for $6 for 500 rounds. Now watch the difference in velocity. Same caliber, same exact pellet, just almost double the velocity of that target rifle I just showed. So you can see why airgun manufacturers are always touting velocity. Then you might want to get into something uncommon. This is a 40-year-old Sheridan. This is a pneumatic made in the USA. They quit making them, and it shoots kind of an oddball 20 caliber or 5mm pellet, and this one's 13.58 grain. And there's a push for it in the 80s with Robert Beeman trying to make it cool, make it popular, and it just never really took off. You can find the pellets. I had no trouble finding pellets on Amazon, but they were a little bit more than what you would pay for 177 or 22. And you're probably, unless you actually go to a specialty store, you're likely not gonna find them at Walmart. You're likely not gonna find them in a hardware store. But let's see how this one does at here at 10 yards. All right, and this one's kind of at a disadvantage a little bit because it was using a domed pellet, which means it's rounded. So the flat nose, it's gonna smack it a little bit better. So now let's go up to what's probably the second most popular pellet, and that is a 22 caliber, and you can usually find those at Walmart. It seems like they carry 1.177, but 22 is really common. And I'm going to be shooting an RWS Meisterkugeln, and this is 14 grain, so we went up in weight. Helps to load one. Now these are a little bit bigger to handle, so it's kind of nice if you've got big hands or it's shooting in the wintertime and your feet or your fingers are cold, the bigger pellets are handy for that. So I just did 3 pumps because that's the same velocity as that target rifle that I first showed. And so this will be around I think it was like 480 or something. Now, what if we increase the velocity and you buy really, this is kind of the beauty of a pneumatic, is you can vary your velocity. So let's go up to 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's see what it does. Same pellet, same gun, difference in velocity. So, well, that's kind of neat. And finally, you may just decide you want, bigger is always better. So you buy something that you're not going to find pellets for at Walmart or the hardware store. You buy 25 caliber, which is, does it have a millimeter on it? 6.35 millimeter. And these pellets, I'm shooting a hollow point because it's the only flat nose 25 caliber pellet I have. And this one, it weighs 25 grains. I mean, shoot, that's considerably heavier than these Meisterkog ones. It's a big chunky pellet. It's easy to handle. I actually took this thing out. Just walking with my dog the one day and shooting, and had those pellets in a pouch. I'm like, there's something to be said for big pellets. They're easy to grab, easy to load. And this thing was pretty fun to shoot off at a distance. Let's see what it'll do to pop can. So this one, I forget the velocity, I think it's under 500 feet per second. And when I got it, I was kind of really not that impressed with its hitting power. And so let's try another one and see if I can do anything different. Yeah, it's kind of, and so if you go up to more power in a Springer, it kicks more, it recoils more, just more and more, it gets more and more unpleasant to shoot. So finally, I'm going to bring out just a standard gun that everybody has at home, and we'll shoot that. All right, this is a super popular gun, $60 from Walmart. You can, they're available everywhere. It's a Daisy 880. They've been making it for 50 years now, and very easy to pump. Really works well for everything. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's see what it'll do here at 10 yards. But wait a second, I hear you guys saying. You kind of robbed the Sheridan of any glory. You only shot it like at 4 pumps. We want to see what the 20 caliber will do at full power. So I set up another can. Let's find out. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got this gun sighted in at 50 yards. See if I can manage to hit this thing square. Yeah. Well, okay, so we saw impact, and maybe we'll do something different. We'll shoot at 65 yards. That I have the yellow steel plate out there. Call them Clanker Dan. And let's see what the different pellets do at that kind of range. out of these different guns. So I started off with my target gun, and again, this was .177. Find my pellets here, and we'll see how I do, because this gun, I don't even remember what it's sighted in for. I have shot it out to 50 yards, but it was maximum elevation on the sphere sight. So I'm going to hold over and see if I can hit that thing. And I didn't. I don't know where I'm at with this thing. I'm not doing well with it. We'll try this 1101S, which should be able to do okay with that. And again, using a daisy flat nose pellet. Hey, that was good. I just aimed at the very top of that round steel plate, and it's 15 inches diameter, so no idea where it hit, but evidently, yeah, I aimed at the top, so it had less than 15 inches of drop out to 65 yards. Now let's try this 367 anniversary model, and we're going to be using the 14 grain Meister Cudlin flat nose, and I'll pump it up to 8 times, and let's see how it do. 8. Oh, I hit it. I wasn't sure. I kind of guessed on that one. So good. Yay for me. All right. Oh, we skipped. How did we skip 20 caliber? The caliber everybody forgets about. I just did that. Ah, what a shame. You guys would have been robbed. All right. 20 caliber Barracuda. This is an 13.58 grain. Yeah, just a nice rainy day. Good day for shooting. 7, 8. Oh crap. I wasn't thinking. I guess I was thinking 880, 10 pumps. Oh, let's see what it does at 9 pumps. Good. I actually aimed right at the center of that thing because I was already sighted in for 50 yards. Okay, I got too many guns around me. Dragon. 25 caliber. This Norica. You can tell it's heavier to pump, or heavier to cock. And we're using, again, a super high, or super H point. 25 grain. The hollow point. Alright, let's see how I do here. Oh, into the trees. Maybe I'll hold lower, I think. Before I was shooting JSTs at it. So 25 caliber is going to have a real rainbow trajectory. And that's why the smaller calibers are actually easier to shoot, especially at distance, because they fly flatter. I know I've hit this thing before, because I did it in my one video. Huh. I actually heard that one poop go plop right in the ground. All right, so let me hold way higher. There we go, finally. Let's do that again. That's a nice clank. I think I've got the holdover figured out on this guy. Yeah, so basically you shoot any of your guns enough, you will get used to them, and then you become the expert at shooting it and for your stuff. So anyway, I'm curious what you guys think. For me personally, I like .177 because like I say, the pellets, you can buy cheap pellets. These are decent, $6 for 500. That's awesome. I'll have to look up, maybe I could put in a video what 25 caliber pellets cost, because I'm only getting 150 in the tin. And then kind of, so here's 20 caliber, and this one came with 250 in a tin. And it seems like 22, so this one also came with 250 in a tin. So 177, 22. 177 is easier to shoot at long distance because it flies a little flatter. It flies flatter than the heavier pellet. And basically, we have a limit to velocity because you're trying to keep under the speed of sound. And the pellets, the closer they get, the higher velocity, the more unstable they become. So it's kind of a sweet spot in there, depending on the gun, depending on the pellet, depending on what you're going to do. So many things to it. That's what makes it interesting. But I hope that comparison's helpful. For plinking, depending on what you want to do, I just recommend doing .177. It works fine. Let's see if I can end the video getting clanker down with Daisy 880. I don't know what this one's sighted in at 50 feet apparently from the last time I shot it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what kind of holdover I need. I'm gonna guess. And I hit it first try. Just guessing, because it flies a lot flatter than the bigger calibers. So just me out here goofing around is kind of give you an idea of the differences here. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.